Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. In the description below, the direct purchase and pricing question email line for you, to me and my crew, for your questions about this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews. tmosso@thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date II in platinum. This, with ice blue glacier dial, is the 218206 41 millimeters in exquisite precious metal platinum, a watch that in many regards is a sort of stealthy opulence for your wrist, a lovely piece and the last of the truly big presidents made from 2008 to 2014 with a lug-to-lug of a reasonable 49.4 millimeters, but when you include the solid end links of the President bracelet, an impressive 53 millimeter span across the wrist, though at 12.1 millimeters, it is not a thick watch with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The lug spacing and the bracelet width are proportional to the width of the case. Now we'll zoom this one out a little bit. We'll talk about how it fits real quick on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. The watch, by the way, and I know you're wondering, weighs just over 220 grams, which is to say it's just under half a pound for you in the old colonies like myself. It is incredibly massive for a 41 millimeter watch, and if I'm honest, because of the solid end links extending the watch across the wrist, it wears a little bit more like a 42 or a 43. It is very impressive, and at the same time you can see it's low enough to fit underneath a dress cuff or a tight sleeve of any kind. The conical bezel also helps there. Now the bracelet was a bit of a trendsetter for Rolex, a milestone component in that it used ceramic coated pins inside the links, and those ceramic pins cannot be worn down by the movement of the links. So Rolex bracelet stretch was, for the first time ever on the Platinum Day-Date II, eliminated. The gold ones did not have this feature. It would later be inherited by every Day-Date 40 model, but of this generation, only the Platinum model had the ceramic pins. Polished center links, satin shoulders, polished outer faces, and you can see removable links fixed in place by screws for easy sizing. You can see internally the clasp is both frosted and polished, both finishes. And then there is a lift lock system with a beak and a hook internally, and so it actually snaps into place, and the crown clasp, which of course shows you the break point by virtue of the 5-pointed crown, it's no longer just a shimmed pried open, it's actually a vertical trigger that pivots in its own right. So quite a bit of refinement in an outwardly simple component. The case is slender and graceful, as you can see. We have a Rolex twin lock crown in platinum, not something you see often with the distinctive Cyclops dot, a twin lock in platinum. A lovely fluid case band with handsome compound curves. It's got a good deal in common with the Datejust, and even a little bit of visual resemblance to the Daytona. You can see that the lugs are handsomely tapered, polished on their sides as well as their tops. There's a broad polished conical bezel giving way to that ice blue or glacier blue metallic sunburst dial. You can really see the reflection of the light across the sunburst with its striations radiating out from the center. We have blued hands as well as blued Arabic numerals radially arrayed, and then of course we have the Cyclops eye, but it wears more, I would say, handsomely and with better proportion on the 41 millimeter watch than it would on the 36 millimeter and smaller traditional Day-Dates and Datejust. So this actually looks quite good. It is a double quickset, and the watch, 100 meters water resistant with a screw down crown, uses a unique caliber that was only ever available in this model. By the way, the solid case back made of platinum, adding a lot of value and heft to the watch. So this unique caliber, only used in the Day-Date II, is the 3156 31 joules automatic winding bidirectional 48-hour power reserve stop seconds, as well as a double quickset. So there's a quickset for both the date and the day. It has a full balance bridge and a free sprung index for shock resistance. It's adjusted in 5 positions with an overcoil hairspring, a Breguet overcoil made by hand. The 5-position adjustment and the overcoil enabling the watch to earn a COSC chronometer certification, and of course the watch using a parachrom blue niobium zirconium alloy that is highly anti-magnetic in the hairspring, so it is both a shock resistant watch and a water resistant watch, and Rolex adds anti-magnetism on top. Beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, an accurate, tough, and handsome watch of almost unbelievable heft and undoubted class on the wrist. This is opulence, but with a subtle face. Those who know need no explanation, and those who don't, well, a wink and a nod between those who do is all that's required. This is for the fraternity of those who love Rolex, not because it'll be noticed, but because it'll only be noticed by the right kind of watch collector. This is a different kind of Rolex watch. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing and purchase details.